what we were created to do. You were created with a purpose, and you are destined for greatness.
Yes.
Come on. 2023 will be the year of manifestation because you believe that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. This is where visions are birthed, dreams come true, and lives are transformed by connecting to your true source, so that you can thrive and live a life with meaningful purpose. So get ready to challenge your thinking by making small adjustments to obtain massive results. Lastly, ladies, please connect with us on our social media platforms if you have not already. Awakening Your Gifts. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. Like and share our page. We want to get as many people involved as possible. AYG VIP and AYG Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's where you can cue me to go live on Facebook so that everyone can chime in. Now do me a favor, ladies, please take out your cell phones. I know we all have cell phones, 2023, we all have them. Take out your cell phones, log on to your social media platform, whether that be Facebook, whether that be Instagram, and find our page. So it's AYG, Awakening Your Gifts, or go on to your personal Facebook page and Instagram page. And there's three things I want you to type in. So I'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and get that. There's 3 declarations. So in the comment text, I would like you to put first, I am creating the life I want. So we can all declare that because that's powerful. So I'll repeat it again, and then you can just type it. So if we can all repeat, I am creating the life I want.
I am creating the life I want.
Awesome. So just type that in there. I am living my best life.
I am living my best life.
Yes. I am doing the work.
I am doing the work.
And then just put hashtag AYG 2023. So, that way anybody that sees it, they can go ahead, they can click that hashtag, and then they can connect with us as well. So if you need to contact us directly, please reach out to us by sending an email to ayghelpdesk@gmail.com. Once again, it is ayghelpdesk@gmail.com. Ladies, I want you to get ready so that we can get out and get it. Come on. Here's your host, Yasmin Brown. Yasmin, you can come forward, please. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. I am so glad to see you. You are beautiful. Everyone is here, and we're here to celebrate not just me bringing out my book, Embracing Me, but we're here to celebrate you because you're here to change your life. Give yourself a hand. Come on. It's all about empowering women to be the greatest version of themselves. You are here because you know that you were created with a purpose, and you're going to fulfill that purpose. Amen? I am so excited that you ladies are here, getting ready to be empowered and impact. You are not going to leave here the same way. You are going to be transformed. Your mind is going to be renewed. We have a lineup of speakers that's going to give you exactly what you need to catapult you. Say catapult.
Catapult.
We in 2023. You better watch out because guess what? Next year when we come back, you might be the ones up here. Yes. It's all about empowering you. We're not here to stay where we're at. We're here to be a beacon light and to be an example. Right?
Amen.
Amen to the man. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold anyone any longer. I just want to bring Taisha back so she can go ahead and introduce the next speaker. At various detox and substance abuse centers over South Florida. She holds a master's degree in social work from Florida Atlantic University and currently holds a registered social work intern license with the state of Florida. She has a passion to work with broken families and to see them restored. Everyone give it up for our first speaker, Taisha Carvel, who will be talking about mindset.
Thank you. So they have a mic connected to me. And Nick, you got me? You want me to just turn it on? So do I need to use both? That was okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm gonna be louder and walking. So I have this up here for me because I have my notes on it. Everybody's like, put my notes on it. So you want me to talk with you more? Which one is this? All right. Look there. All right, can you guys see that? All right, so my name is Taisha Carvel, and I'm with Healthy Minds Therapeutic Services. That's the name of my company. And my lovely husband is to my left, maybe you're right. That's my husband, Elias Carvel, whom I've been married to for 15 years. We've been together for 16 years. He's my traveling partner, he's my business partner, he's my baby daddy, he's my all of that, he's my everything, and I'm super happy that he's here today. We left our children at home, which is great also, so thank you guys for that. So today I'll be talking about the right mindset. This seems a little staticky, so I'm going to come off of this and get on the other one. Is that okay, or do you want me on this?
Whatever you please. No, whatever you please.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have one thing on my slides, and I'm gonna go to the next one here. Today I'm gonna be talking about forgiveness and the intention. Step 2 is gonna be becoming more aware. And then we're gonna go through the awakening phase. And then we're going to go to step 4, the rebirth. Now, I hope you guys have your pens and paper. I know you have some food in front of you. Maybe move that over to the side, because when you're trying to get something, I don't know what I may say. I always tell my clients, I don't know what's going to come out. Maybe God will move and maybe he'll say something through me and you'll miss it. Like last night, this young lady here was talking about purpose. And what happened last night, I had to take out my little pen that belongs to my phone, and I started taking some notes. So make sure that you take some notes. You never know what you're going to get. I don't know what's half the time what I'm going to be saying. And I don't remember everything. So that's why I have a little guide here. Okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit about when I was a little girl. And this will go into my forgiveness portion. But when I was a little girl, I was born to an addictive mother and an addictive father. I might be a crack baby, but I don't know. I think I turned out okay. I turned out pretty good, but every now and then I get a little rumbly. I think that's the crap So y'all don't know what I'm saying. So I was born to an addictive mother, and thank God for my grandmother. Thank God for grandparents, because my grandmother actually took me at the age of 6. This is where kind of like my trauma began. So at the age of 6, she had to take me because my mother was not only using substances, but she was in a relationship with a woman that would almost beat her within an inch of her life. So what I can remember from 6, she had this big gash in her head and she was bleeding from the side. And then the police had to come, and then they called my grandmother, and I like to call her my saving grace. She rescued me that day. With my grandmother, she's a pastor. So all I've ever known is Jesus.
Hey, come on.
I'm just trying to tell you back then. That's all I know. That's all she ever gave me. She said, this is all I have. And such as I have, this is what I get. So I was raised up in the church where this haircut was definitely not allowed. I'm a little rebellious in that way, but she's accepting it because she's like, well, you're married now, your husband like it, then whatever. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But I remember growing up, it was really tough because I always wanted my mother. And I couldn't understand why I felt she didn't love me. Neither did my father. My father now is in prison. He's doing a double life sentence for not only substance abuse, but for kidnapping other people's children. And I would always say, why are you kidnapping other people's kids when you could have just kidnapped me? You know what I mean? So I want you guys to just continue to focus because distractions will come. You have to focus your mind in. The baby is just a baby. She's going to cry. And it's okay. And I'm okay. We're all okay. Just focus. Just focus. Can you guys tell that I'm a therapist? So, as I continue to keep growing up, my grandmother would always say, it's okay, it's okay. Continue to just believe in God, believe God for your mother. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And I would cry every other day. I wanted my dad, my cousins would get their fathers, they would come and pick them up on the weekends. Isn't that crazy? Like the dads would come pick the kids up on the weekends, but they had the rest of the week free. Anyway. But they would come and pick them up, and I would never understand why I couldn't have my dad. What was wrong with me? Why was I so broken? Why couldn't they come and get me? So I would cry all the time. My grandmother would take me back to church, and she would say, it's okay. It's okay. God is going to work it out. He's going to work it out for you. So my mom was a lesbian, as I told you guys a little earlier, and I thought that if I would become a lesbian, my mom would love me too. So I did all of that. Let me tell you. I know we're being recorded, and this is the day that I'm just going to break free. So whoever sees it, you're just going to see it, and it's going to be your day to get delivered as well. So you got to be careful what you say in therapy, because I still have people that are under me, so I have to be careful. But this is my life, so I get to write my story, and I'm telling my story, right? So, through all of that, I dealt with homosexuality, and let me tell you, I got the worst part of it. I was beaten, I was raped, I was molested with women that were way older than me. And one of the things that I could never understand is that they would have all these children, and then they said they wanted to be lesbians. This is the part where that spirit kind of takes over and makes you think that you're something that you're not, right? So I'm being something to these children that I am not. Don't worry, you don't have to cry. It gets better. It gets better. I'm okay. It gets better. So I'm doing all these things and I'm living this lifestyle. I'm drinking, I'm drugging, I'm smoking. And one day I was tired. I was so tired, and I said, God, if you would just deliver me, if you would save me. Because remember, my grandmother was a pastor, so I knew how to pray. I knew how to ask for what I wanted, but I strayed away because I wanted something that I was possibly never going to be able to get because my mother was dealing with her own struggles. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, when I was praying in Atlanta, all those many years ago, I was saying, God, if you would just deliver me, if you don't want me to be here, you'll cause me to leave. Immediately the next day I lost my job. And I was like, well, geez, God. They say, well, you come right on time, right? I didn't know that all these many miles away that my husband was praying for a wife. He said when I finally came into church, because I came and I moved back and I asked my grandmother, could I come home? And she said, you can always come home. So I came home. When I came home, my husband said when I walked through the door, he'll tell you his side, but I'll tell you the version I like. He said when I walked through the door, God told me, well, there's your wife. He was like, oh, she looked good. But people couldn't understand what God was doing. He saw this version. But what I looked like, please just look at me. I looked just like that when I came through the door. He says, no, I think I did. So we went through so much turmoil, fussing and fighting with people, asking him, how are you going to be with this woman? And she's been through all these things. And he said, well, God told me that she was my wife, not yours. It didn't take him long, ladies, to figure out that he wanted to marry me. It took me a minute to kind of figure out. I was like, what am I doing with this man? 3 children later, 16 years later, we're still together. So don't tell me God can't deliver you. Don't tell me he can't deliver you. There's other things in the middle, but I'll leave that to your imagination and you figure out how God did it. And even through all of that, he lost his mother 2 years ago, and my mom just passed away in September to substance abuse. And she was in the house for 2 days, and we didn't know. You know, the people came to the house and they told my sister first. And then I'm the eldest of 4, and I'm like my grandmother's last child, pretty much. And I'm dealing with all of this on my shoulders and not understanding why I have all this unforgiveness, all this stuff that's in me. This is still just, 4 or 5 months ago, right? And when I saw her laying there, the only thing I could say was, why would you leave now? I haven't gotten, I'm sorry. I haven't gotten anything, you know? So every good therapist needs their own therapist. So even still, as I stand here with you right now, I've learned how to walk in forgiveness. My mother's dead and gone. She can't do anything now. She's not ever coming back. My father's never coming back. They're gone. So what do? You still have to walk in forgiveness. I still have to get up and be a wife. I still have to get up and be a mother. I still have to get up and go and help other people who need me. All those things that I went through, she talked about it last night. It wasn't for me, it was for somebody else. That's where purpose and passion meets. That's what I wrote down. I got that last night. You helped me with that. That's what purpose and passion means. Right here in the middle. What I'm doing is not for me. What you do is not for you. It's for someone else. And if you don't forgive, not only yourself, but the people who have hurt you, you will forever continue to perpetuate the same cycle of unforgiveness, and you'll still continue to be in trauma. Give it up, let go, and let God. We can't keep saying it and don't do it. So you get to make a decision today. Who do you choose to serve? Okay. Slide number 2. Oh, that's not number 3. Oh, we already talked about forgiveness. Look at me being all ahead of myself. I told y'all sometimes I don't know. But so I want to give you a story about the sheep. While I'm giving you the story about the sheep, y'all start loosening your shoes. I'll give you a story about the sheep. So I got this story from the sheep from Priscilla Schreier. I love listening to her every morning. Y'all know her?
Yes.
That's the homework. So maybe you've heard the sheep story. Have you heard the sheep story? No, I'll tell the sheep story. Good. So, how do you know you hear that you're hearing the voice of the Lord? Have you guys ever asked yourself that question? God, how do I know it's you? Have you ever asked yourself that question? God, how do I know it's you? How do I know it's you? So this is where the story of the sheep comes in. So you have the sheep herders. Let's say you have 10 of them, right? And the sheep herders have 10 sheep to each sheep herder. So how many sheep is that? Come on, math. Was that 1,000 sheep? Look at everybody. You don't know math? 10 sheep to 1 sheep herder. How many sheep is that? 1,000 sheep. There you go, math major. So you have 1,000 sheep, but it's 10. So you have 10, you have 10, you have 10, you have 10. You spend time with your sheep. But let's say you want to go out. You want to go hang out. So the sheep herders, they would go and hang out, and then they would leave 1 sheep herder behind to just, make sure that they didn't get out, make sure that no wolves or anything would go in and get at the sheep, right? So when the sheep herders would come back, they would come back and they would call their sheep. When my sheep hear my voice, y'all remember the song? They come what? Running to me. They didn't go to you. Your sheep came to you. Your sheep came to you. Your sheep came to you. How do you know that you hear the voice of the Lord? Because you've spent time with him. You know his voice. How do you spend time with him? You spend time with him in your word. Hello? Amen. Y'all go to church? Y'all ever heard this story before? How do you know that you are hearing from the Lord? You know his character. You've spent time with him. You've spent time with him in his word. You won't hear the voice of a stranger. My sheep is not going to come to you because what? You're a stranger. So you know the Lord's voice and you know his character because you've spent time with him. Amen, somebody?
Amen.
Oh, all right. We're still moving. That's how you discern the voice of the Lord. So, sometimes we're moving too fast. And this is where I want you guys to take your shoes off. Take your shoes off, if you can. You don't have to put it inside your shoe. Put it inside your shoe, but take your shoes off if you can. Even those red bottoms. Come on. Don't leave them out too long, but I wear size 10, so I don't know. I'm going to do you guys how I do my clients. If you can just take a moment. Because you took your shoes off. Anytime. I'm trying to help you. He knew. That's why I took my shoes off. That's why I didn't wear heels, because I knew I wanted to get a little loose today. But I wore white so I didn't have to roll on the floor. So I want you guys to just take a moment and take a deep breath. Breathe. Big deep breath in. And just... When is the last time you've taken a moment just for yourself? To be kind to yourself. To speak kind words to yourself. What are you speaking to yourself now? Where's your mind? Because you came here today. Can't go anywhere. Pay for your sessions. You're here. Be in the moment. Be here. Be present. What kind words, what affirming words are you saying to yourself? Because sometimes we can say things that are not so kind all the time. Right? So let's say some kind words to ourselves. Now, I am great. I am powerful. I am strong. I am courageous. I am embracing me. Did you guys know that's where you are right now? You are at the Embracing Me conference. And she has an Embracing Me book. Did you guys know that? You have to embrace yourself. Love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. We're women. We go through so much in the day, and I am truly grateful, and I'm honored to have the type of man that I have that will take me to the massage parlor, and they'll say, oh, you're dropping your baby off today? And he's like, absolutely, now I'll be back to pick her up in an hour, and I'm paying for her massage. Please make sure you take care of my wife. If you don't have that, you've got to do it for yourself. Slow down. Slow down. When my mom passed away, that's when I realized that there is no heaven and hell that nobody can put me in. It is nobody but Jesus that can save me and that can deliver me from whatever it is that I am going through. My husband is a helpmeet. I help him, he helps me, we help each other. We're doing this together. I'm not trying to tear him down. He's not trying to tear me down. If you tear me down, look at how you're going to look. If you're not kind to your own self, how is a man going to come in and pour anything into you when you already got garbage in there? Today, you get to be set free. You get to do it. It's your choice. Either you hold on to it, or you let it go. It's your choice. So, did y'all write that down? Did y'all take your shoes off? Listen, I keep telling y'all, you can't wear them heels and be hurting your toes. Set yourself free from them heels. I heard me go up to my pastor's wife, set yourself free. That's how my grandma do. Set yourself. Okay, so step 3. We're going to activate your mindset. Pen and paper, everybody, let's go. What do you want out of life? What do you want out of a relationship? What will make you happy? Don't be vague and just say, I just want to be happy. That's a lie. We want more than just that. I want a good husband. I want him to continue to be saved. I want him to continue to serve the Lord. I want him to continue to be kind to me and our children. I want him to be an upstanding man of God. I'm written in depth. Make the vision, write it, and make it plain. Write it. What do you want? I'm serious. Write it down. This is your, you don't pay for this. Write it down. We got time. It's only 11:11. I've been up here for 11 minutes, and I'm moving pretty fast. I got an hour. Look. Write it down. What do you want out of life? What do you want out of a relationship? What will make you happy? Don't be vague. How will you know when you have it? What is your why? My why is my husband and my children. I know I keep talking about him, but he's so goddamn good to me. I don't know what else to do but to talk about him. He's everywhere you want to be. He's like Visa. He done got his credit card in his pocket. Hello. Can't travel without we got the money. I don't know what kind of man y'all be doing. If I was going to stop being the lesbian, just to count me. You know, Nick, I love your DJ sound, but he ain't getting it. Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Did you write down your why? If anybody is here and doesn't mind sharing, what is your why? Who would like to share? Y'all want to share? Okay, what's your why? You say yes?
Sure. What's your why? I'm not shy. So my why is totally my family. I have 10 beautiful grandchildren, and I'm working for their future. Of course, I have a lovely husband as well, but and I'm now focused on the grandbabies.
Absolutely.
And that's her why. What's your why? Don't be scared. Come on, Taisha.
So I didn't write it down, but my why is, of course, our family. That's always, the number one why. But also the call of God that's on my life. It's time for me to walk in the purpose that God has created me to do and to be. So my why is my calling. My why is the call of God on my life, and my why is my purpose.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Y'all have a why? What's your why? Red bottoms? What's your why? What's your why? Y'all think, do you think this mic is easy? Man, it's hard. What's your why? Red bottoms? Work hard. Play hard later. What's your why?
Pretty much just stepping into my calling, just what he's called me to do for the kingdom, to glorify him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And she's the one that did these beautiful balloon arrangements. She was working last night. You got to come to Miami. I ain't paying for gas, but I pay for your hotel. What's your why?
I know you got a why.
Yes, my why is to fund the kingdom of God.
Absolutely. What's your why?
To become closer to God and figure out to get a clear understanding of what His calling is over my life. And my children, my 2 children are my main purpose of everything. And even figuring that out so they can be something that is over them.
Very good. And you can do that. You know what God says, how do you know that it's him and how he can get you into your purpose? Not only just spending time, make the next step. Just do it. Be like Mikey. Just step out. Y'all say, I got faith. I got faith. And as soon as that faith is tested, you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, God. You got to step out there. This ain't easy. You got to step out there and you're going to sink or swim. Either you rocking with me or you're not. Don't talk about it. We got to be about it. Right? What's your why?
Oh, you got a why. I know what your why is. What's your why?
To be the me I never had and legacy.
We can do it today. What's your why? It's only a little bit of us in here. What's your why?
My why is walking in the fullness of the will of God for my life.
Oh, y'all real churchy. What's your why?
Family and my business.
Y'all know y'all saying it out loud. And as soon as you say it, who else is hearing it? The weapons may form, but it doesn't mean it's... But when it forms, you got to be ready for it to form. You got to be ready. I hope y'all really in y'all word. Where y'all pastors? She over here.
Whatever.
You don't see her? You hear what they saying, Pastor? I think some of your members are telling the truth. They feel like that because y'all here. Y'all gonna step out so I can hear that real wine. Hey, y'all don't want no man? Who that husband in here? You want a man? Look at that. What's your real wine?
I think he knew where y'all from.
No.
As I learn, do not ask why, but for what. In this moment and a half, surrender why. Why these in my hands? Why it's been trust to me so much? Much more is given, more is required. So I know that as this mission that has been trusted is now to keep asking why, but for what? Lord, it's for what? I know it's for glorify your name. I know that. But what I need to learn on that.
So you want more?
I think I do. I do
You
have.
said it. I'm even right. You said it.
Lord, if you trust me more because I know you trust
so
me.
now you backtracking.
And-
You backtracking.
But it was
Don't be scared. Don't be
my
scared
right is
now.
to not keep questioning.
Oh, you don't want to be questioned.
Not keep questioning.
Don't keep questioning him.
Don't
God.
keep questioning.
There you go. No
Yes,
more questions.
it's
Just
purpose.
do it. Right.
It has a purpose. It just find out for what. Each one of them.
What's your why?
Okay, currently, my why is to move myself out of my way. This morning and this week, my whole prayer focus this month is today I asked for a breakthrough, and I already heard 2 confirmations coming from people texting me from Texas, and even on the radio, a breakthrough song came, so I sabotage my relationships purposely, because I just have a problem trusting people, and bringing people into my trust. I don't want to be responsible for you either, because we all have stuff, and my mandate is to write books to the masses. The word that God told me was save the seed. So I know what that means for me personally. It means the Jewish people, but it also means the children. So, and I am writing, but that means I'm always alone. So I don't do good in relationships. I say things, you know, out of, it's about the same thing. It's like getting myself.
Embrace yourself.
That's why people laugh at you when you're trying to be honest. So that's it. To get myself out of the way, because I will push people away, especially when they react to me in a negative manner.
Right.
I'm just done. So,
Well, we got to work on that.
yes.
We got to work on that.
why.
Embrace yourself.
All right, well, last 2 whys.
Well, my why has always been my family, my children. I've always been very supportive, but lately my why is creating my own success story. Finding
what drives me, step up. Be my own person.
Good. And yours?
I have lived my whole life living for other people and hiding behind their shadows. So I want my success to be mine and put my name on it.
Amen.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know you got a why, yes. Ma'am, you want to tell your why, or you good? Okay, see, you got to respect your elders. Sometimes they give them this mic, and I might as well go sit down somewhere. You want to share your why, yes, or you got it already? Okay. All right. Well, we got the men back there. Y'all good? Everybody's okay? Okay. So you know what you want to share?
Share your why, baby.
My why is to become a general trauma surgeon to save people on my head.
I believe she's going to do it. I believe she's going to do it. Now, in your personal time, write down your vision that you have for yourself. The pages that have already been written, we can't do anything about those. But you guys have made a declaration today with your own mouth. You put it in the atmosphere. Now we have to just walk it out. Don't just talk about it. You gotta be about it. One thing about being a business owner is when I learned how to operate in business, period, one of the things that I've always learned, and you guys can take this, hold it for yourself, is you find out what the people want and just give it to them. Does that make sense? Even when you're trying to find things online, reading is very fundamental. Find out what the people need and give it to them. I have so many contracts, it's ridiculous. You find out what the people need and give it to them. They're people just like me and you. Sometimes they're just passing that stuff through. But you got to read to know exactly what they want if your desire is to be a business owner. Now, I think we kind of went through all of this, but Romans 12:2. It says to do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve that God's will is his good, pleasing, and perfect will. You'll find out what that is. We keep saying that we want these things, and we want all these things. We keep saying that we want it. But if you really, really, really want it, write it down. Take inventory of yourself. Do an inventory. Do a check from head to toe. Am I pleasing to God? Number one. Can I even be pleasing to myself if I'm asking for a husband? He don't want to come into no mess. Get healed. Go to therapy. Jesus and therapy. My grandma used to always say, oh, no, all you need is God. No, I need therapy. I need help. What happens when you're rebuking and it ain't buking? That is my time. You taking pictures, you got to get this side.
They're trying to take your phone and your phone off.
Oh, this is how full of myself I am. So you can find me there at Healthy Minds Therapeutic Services. I do work mostly with substance abuse, as you guys can understand why. And I've been doing that for many, many years. That is my passion. It is also my purpose. It is my reasonable service to do the will of the Lord. We don't always know what he wants us to do, but I just step out there, and whatever happens is what's going to happen. And he gives me enough knowledge and understanding to be able to work in it, the work that I need to do in it. And if I still don't know what I'm doing, my husband is there to say, oh, let me hold you up a little bit. Amen. So, I think that's my time. And thank you, Yasmin, for inviting me here again for the second year. Each year we keep going higher and higher. Taisha, all this stuff, this is amazing, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and that is my time. Who's getting this mic?
The other time. That was awesome, because we were running a little bit behind, but she just brought us right back on schedule, so awesome. Taisha, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing what you've been through, where you've come from. That was just awesome, and it really touched me, and I can't wait for next year. Like, we're gonna grow leaps and bounds from now to next year, so I'm so excited. Okay, so, one second, I wasn't quite prepared. So, this next speaker is a caring and passionate leader. She loves to encourage and challenge everyone around her to be better every day, while also making them feel good. She is an exuberant source of confidence that breathes the latter in others. Everyone give it up for our next speaker, Gerda Sanat.
You can keep the music going because, you guys are just sitting there and we could keep the music going. Oh, I was supposed to turn this on. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me without the mic, right?
Sort of.
Okay, they want me to hold it. Can I have the hand thing? It's not working out. It's not working out.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let's pump up the music. Some guys, I see all you guys just sitting there. I want you guys to get up and do some shaking for me. All right. My story at the end, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead with my talk. I'm just gonna show. That's one thing. No technology for me. Just show the slide. I'm just gonna show the slide. Pay attention. Over here. This is your time, guys. Today, let the phone stay for a few minutes unless it's an emergency. You guys can relate to this, right?
Yeah.
That's me with a pencil. Oh, no.
I'm gonna just leave this part up. But guys, before all of this, before we're a mother, business partner, wife, we all are a woman first, correct?
Yeah.
We're a phenomenal woman, correct? And I realized that, I wrote all this stuff down, I'm not gonna say what I wrote down. But I realized that as a woman, we let ourselves go to take care of everyone else. Anyone can relate with that?
Yes.
How many of us have dreams and things that we wanted to do but we set aside? Right? So I know we're writing notes. As I go on talking, write down what you want to do before kids, before the husband, before, everything else, the business, the work, that you want to do for yourself. Today is all about you. Today we set this time, you bought your ticket because you wanted to do self-love for yourself. Am I correct?
Amen.
So write down what you want to do for yourself. And this is just you, not what you want to do for your family,
Not what you want to do for your husband. You know, we love our husbands, yes, but what you want to do for yourself. I love mine too. I'll tell you about mine later. So, as you guys are doing that, I'm going to ask you another question, and at the end, I want you guys to answer that question for me. What is your FIN number? If you guys know what that is. What is your financial independence number for you? And we'll answer that at the end. So my talk today is what will happen to your family if you are no longer here? Okay? A lot of us go on every day, we take the kids to school, we go shopping, but what if yesterday you went and do all this stuff for the kids, the family, the husband went shopping, but you did not come in? Okay? Do you have a plan in place for that? If you do, yes. So what I'm gonna ask for participation, guys, because I'm nervous and y'all gonna not be nervous, and y'all gonna help me. All right, so I'm gonna draw a house. I have to put this down, y'all. As we know, we need to have a foundation, right? Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Well, not the people in the back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. We need to have a foundation. So, without foundation, I'm going to have everyone come up and write. This is the bottom of the house, right? And this is you. This is your income. And for those that have husbands, this is your income as well.
Yeah, because it's together.
Well, guess what? Some people don't have that together.
Oh,
Some people are single. I was there one day. I was single before, you know, but, you know, some people are single, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, being single, but you have to have the mindset of, you know, when somebody comes into your life, you already prepared. They're adding to you, to what you already have. Okay? So, alright. So, who's going to be the first person to come up here and tell me the money that you bring in, okay, what does all that pay? Anybody want to start?
So what are you asking for?
For example, your income that comes in.
How much?
No, not how much. What, the income that comes in, what all does it pay?
Oh, mortgage, bills.
All right,
You want detail, like?
detail,
Okay.
every detail.
Utility.
Light, water, gas, children, condo, food, dog, subscriptions, all the subscriptions. Phone, car insurance, life insurance, car insurance, life insurance, pet insurance.
Liquor.
A good living will.
Huh? Liquor?
I heard.
Say it.
I know everybody say I thought it.
You still living with.
Yeah, she said living will.
Oh, living will, not living will.
Not-
A good will. Like,
Oh, that's for the attorney fees. So you have to get it through attorney.
Oh,
Okay? Okay, for some of us, well, I'm Haitian, so we have Haiti calling, okay? So you have to send money to your loved ones. Am I correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah, if you're Haitian like me, you have that. You have people that's all over that's
Giving.
calling you.
I forgot to. Giving.
Yeah, giving. Okay. Now, for example, for the single mothers, I don't know if anybody here single? Okay. For the single mothers out here, do you have anything in place just in case you left and something happened?
I have life insurance, but not a will.
Okay.
I have life insurance for my stuff and my children, but I don't have like a will.
You need a will. Great, great. The one that, I see you dancing out there. What do you have in place for your children?
Really, nothing.
Okay. It's okay.
I'm being honest.
No, it's okay. That's why you're here. It's okay. It's okay.
So we talk about it.
So we can talk about it later on.
I do, but I don't. So.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So most of us here have something in place. Do you have, the next question I'm gonna ask you guys, as inflation is going up, do you have enough for your family to live whether you're here or not? Yes, our family gonna grieve, right or wrong?
Like in savings or
Life insurance?
Life insurance. Yeah, life insurance.
Yes, because even if you have a savings, how much money do you have in your savings just in case
No.
something happens?
They gotta depend on life insurance.
See, that's the problem I have. I have some, but it's not
Yeah,
enough.
but we often say that, you know, your life insurance has to be more than what you actually make, at least 10 times more, right? Okay. So, because we still have the kids, depending on what kind of lifestyle you want to leave for your children, you have to make sure you have that secured. Because back outside of everything, people secure their car, right? You secure your phone, expensive phones that we have. Some people secure all the electronic things they have at home, like the refrigerator, you have insurance on that. You have insurance on the toaster. You have insurance on everything. But we fail to insure ourselves. And that's something we need to think about as moms. That's where your foundation of your home starts. With the life insurance that will cover just in case that I didn't come home yesterday, that my kids would not suffer. My family will grieve for me, but they're not going to grieve twice. Am I correct? Because grieving, they grieve because you're gone, but they're also grieving because the money that you used to bring in doesn't come in. And not only that, they have to pay the light, mortgage or rent. They can't say, oh, my mom just passed away, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Am I correct? So we always have to make sure as ladies, I know we depend on our husbands, you know, for those that are married, because we have wonderful husbands and they want to do everything for us. But as a woman, you have to make sure, for those that are married, as a woman, you have to make sure that your husband can depend on you if something goes wrong, because he can get sick. He can get disabled. One day he might go in and don't come back out. But are you prepared as a phenomenal woman to take care of what he used to take care of while he was here? And that's something that we all have to think about. A lot of us don't think about those things, but it's reality. It is reality. And another thing I want to mention as well, we all go to church, I know all of us are churchgoers, we do whatever we're supposed to do, right? But we pay our tithes 10%. That's right. You gotta pay your tithes. She said you gotta pay your tithes.
You're off.
But what are you doing with the 90% that you have left over? What are you doing with the 90%? Who's working for the 90%? Who goes to work every morning? It's you, right? You wake up, you go to work. Some of us have our own business. But are you paying yourself as well? Do you pay yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
I know.
Most of the business owners pay themselves first, before they pay the light, before they pay the mortgage. But ladies, are you guys doing that?
No, I don't pay myself.
You have to.
I pay my kids, but I don't pay myself.
Yes, you have to. And as you say you pay for your kids, that's what you said?
Yeah, all my money goes to my kids.
Say it again?
Everything goes to my kids.
Yeah, but still, when you pay yourself first, you're saving for your kids. Think about that, because yes, you're giving that 10% to the church. If you don't save something for you and your family, who else will do it for you? Think about it, ladies. Just something to have you guys think about. Because a lot of us, we're just going and going and going, but we're not thinking about what can happen. Life is great, you know what I mean? It's great because we woke up this morning. We was graced to wake up this morning. I have to do this, right? If my husband was here, he would come up and do this. Life is great because we woke up this morning. A lot of people didn't get that chance. But as we have the grace to wake up, we need to make sure every day counts for us. Every single day has to count. So what are you doing to make sure every day counts for you and your family? I just want to make you guys just think about these things, you know. And now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. See, I'm one of those people, what can I say? I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. I had a child at 18. I had a child at 19. I was supposed to be a statistic. I was not supposed to be successful. I was not supposed to graduate from high school. I was not supposed to graduate from college or get any of my certificates that I was supposed to get. I had a family member, when I graduated, I was 5 months pregnant. I didn't know he was gonna graduate. You know what separated me from the rest? When I left my aunt's house, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. Great person, and without her, I would never be here today, because my parents in the Bahamas, and she was supposed to raise me, right? But I'm one of those people that I don't like people talking a lot in my head. So I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I just left. But the day I left, at 5 o'clock, I stepped behind the door, and I can remember it as yesterday. As of today, I'm a grown woman. And I have to make sure that everything I do counts for me. And that's what I did. I had a boyfriend at the time, he passed away, my kid's father. Wow, best man ever. He helped me through everything, made sure I went to school. We didn't live together at the beginning, but he made sure that he found me a place to stay, and he paid for it. I was working, he made sure I went to school, and he worked, when we had kids, he worked at night, so he could be home in the morning so I could do whatever I wanted. So I call him, he was the best man ever, you know, but God took him away with cancer, you know, before he could see, you know, what I became. But after that, I was married for 10 years as well. And I was those people that wanted something different, you know? I worked for the courthouse for 16 years, but I never seen myself there. I was always searching and searching for something different, because working for someone was not what I really wanted to do. I wanted to do, the last thing that I wanted to do was building and coding. Yes, I went to school for building and coding. I went to school doing all that stuff. That was the big business that I was gonna have. But that was not my calling at the time. It was not. So I was married to a wonderful guy. You know, God had always blessed me with, you know, people that helped me succeed. But he didn't have a vision. He didn't have a vision. He could build anything from scratch. And we sat together, I made a plan and everything, but he didn't have the vision that I had. So I ended up leaving. I took a leap of faith and I left him. I left him at the time. I already had 3 kids now, my 2 boys, plus I had a daughter for him. Okay, plus my mom was staying with me at the time. Left, leap of faith. But there's one thing that I did, guys. I gave him 5 years to straighten up. Within that 5 years, I saved. I saved my money, because he paid everything. I saved everything that I was making at the courthouse, and the day that I left, I had enough money to do whatever I need to do for about 2 years. Because working at the courthouse, making $25 an hour, it was a good job. Yes. But it was enough for me to pay rent, put gas in my car. And sometimes, as a single mom, we only have water in the fridge. And some of us that's single can relate, you know? And you don't want everybody to know what you're doing. You don't want people to come to your house. Because when you walk out that door, you have to have that smile. Amen. That smile that says everything is okay. Because you don't want people to know what's going on inside your home. You know what I mean? So you guys can relate to that. But guess what, guys? After I left him, I said, I don't want no more man. I'm going to be single. I don't care who comes. I don't care what it is. I'm going to be single. But what someone came to my house, a friend of mine that didn't see me for about 5 years. She sent her coach to my house to talk to me about a business. And all I was thinking was, when she sat with me, she said, you can get a state license. Okay, if I get a license, it's legit. I'm gonna go for it. Working full-time, going to school full-time, and I went to class that same weekend for 40 hours. And that's where I met the man of my dreams. Yes. I met a person, his name is Teshra Samad. I remember he came to sit next to me. He made a big old promotion to sit next to me, guys, in the class. That was the best thing that he did. We get to talking. He was only here for 1 year in this country, but he had a big vision. He had a big vision. He didn't know how he was going to do it, but he knew he was going to be somebody. And he knew he was not going to work for someone all his life. Mind you, I've been here since I was 9 years old. And he just came to this country 1 year, and me and him have the same visions. And I'm like, Lord, this is what I've been searching for. My husband and I, we did everything fast. We got married fast. Met him in 2008, 2009, we was already married. So we've been married for 14 years. We knew each other for 14 years. Okay? We did everything fast because we already knew what we wanted. And I bought into his vision because he bought into mine as well. You have to know what you want. I was a simple person. Like, what I wanted in life was to be able to get up when I feel like it. I put my foot up and look out on my pool. That's what I wanted to do. And make sure that I was at every game, every recital, anything that the kids had, I was there. If they wanted to go to the park on the weekend, I was not too tired. If they wanted to do something during the weekday, I was not too tired. I was there. That they can count on me. And not count on somebody else to come see or calling. Oh, can you go to, the recital for me because I can't make it, I have to work. Those were my simple things. But he had a dream because he grew up in almost like you said, poverty, okay? And he wanted to go back to his country to make sure that the kids didn't have to suffer the way he did. I buy into his vision, and he knew what I wanted as well. So what we did, we put our heads together, we sat down, and there's something, ladies, that we have to do. Do not put your dreams in the back corner. Always put it on the table with your spouse. Always put it on the table. We sat down together and decided what we were going to do. We didn't know if we was going to make it, but we knew we was going to do whatever it takes to make sure that our dreams came to reality. And that's exactly what we did. We sat down, and a couple of years ago, it's been, 4 years? 4 years. We opened up a school in Haiti. We opened a school in Haiti, feed 300 kids. Because a lot of them cannot eat the food that they get. They get 3 meals a day. It's the only meal that they get at the school. School starts at 7, 8, but they're there from 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, lined up for the school to open. That's a blessing. That is a blessing that you can do for somebody else. You know, your dreams or whatever you have that you want to do, it's not about you. It's about who else you can help while you're going on your journey. You understand what I mean? And that's something that we did. Life has been great. I get to travel. I get to do whatever I want, no matter what. I just could pick up. Like I tell the kids, make sure you have your bag ready. Because I'll wake up in the morning, I don't have to plan anything. Because I don't have a 9 to 5. That 9 to 5 that we have, guys, is a drug. It's a crack that's telling you to keep on coming back. And it's never gonna give you what you want in life until you decide that I'm gonna get up and take the leap of faith and do something for myself and my family. We all have to think about it. Everyone is not gonna succeed. You're not gonna succeed the first time. You may not even succeed the second or the third time. But if you be consistent, you will succeed. Don't worry about who's coming. Don't worry about what somebody else said. And another thing that I did, I changed my surroundings. The people around me didn't have the same drive that I had. They didn't want the same thing that I have. If you're in a circle and you're the smartest one in that circle, it's time for you to move. And that's exactly what I did. I moved on. Oh, people gonna talk about you. They're gonna say a lot of stuff about you. But you're not worried about what they're saying. You want to make sure that you keep yourself focused, keep your eyes on the prize. Because if you don't do that, guys, remember, you're going to get up every morning. You have a 9 to 5. You're going to drive to work. You have that alarm clock that goes off. Is it 6, 7, 8? Right? You got to make sure, for those that have kids, get the kids ready.
Alarm goes off at 4:30.
Oh.
If you're Yasmin.
4:30. You're going to drive to a job that you hate, okay? Most people hate their job because you have somebody that's telling you when you go to the bathroom, somebody that's telling you when you could take off, somebody that's telling you when you could see your kids, how many time you could spend with your kids. Huh. Do you really want to keep on doing that? Oh. Think about it, ladies. Do you really want to keep on doing this? Or you want to take a leap of faith? Think about it. As you listen listening to all the speakers and everything that they're saying, think about it. Think, you have people around you that's doing different things. Think about something that you want to do. It could be baking, just baking cakes or cupcakes or whatever it is. Start to sell them from your house. Something simple, but do something that will benefit you and your family, something that you could pass on to your family. Because you cannot pass that job to your family. Your kids cannot inherit your job.
Come on.
They don't want it.
Yes, they cannot. And whatever, this is our last name. No matter if we're here today or tomorrow, they will always talk about the Sanats. The grandchildren that we don't get to see, the great-great-grandchildren, the people that come after in the family, they're going to always know Teshler and Gerda Sanat. Because we paved the way.
Amen.
We paved the way for the family, that they don't have to do what we did. We did all the legwork. When we first started our business, for the first 5 years, we didn't take no vacation. We didn't go to no funerals, no birthdays, no nothing. We will send flowers because we were focused on what we wanted. Today, I can go anywhere because we paid the price for a full 5 years. It might take you less time, but it took us 5 years to build what we have. Straight 5 years. We took our first vacation. It was a 7-day cruise. And we had fun, yeah, we did. So, how do you want your family to see you after you're gone? Okay? I'm going to give there's a video I want to show you guys. You guys could jot my number. It's 786-859-6410. I can help with anything that you want to deal with in finances. If you want to start your new business, you don't know how to start, I can help you with that as well. And this is what we have accomplished. One of the things we have accomplished. While he's getting that up, when you was talking about your why, my first why was me, because I had to get myself together first before I could help someone else. The second thing that I want to accomplish, which is my why as well, I want to open up in Orlando a homeless shelter. You know, because as you talk about mental health, you sit here and talk about it. Some people, it's not because they don't have families, but they're not there fully. If they can have a place they can come sit and eat, take a shower, it will be, they can meet other people like them. It will be a blessing. And sometimes they may go home as well. And that's what I want to do, coming 2024, probably 2025. I'm going to be working on to open a homeless shelter where they can come eat, take a shower, have books for them to read, computers for them to work on. Because a lot of people don't have that. pulling up. Do anybody have the VIN number? Your financial independence number.
Like annually or just overall for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
What I wanna make yearly?
Your FIN number is, what tells you your FIN number is how much money. Oh.
Ooh, okay. I need this mic. Your VIN number tells you how much money you need to retire, not what the government is gonna give you, and to pay your bills if you still have a car note, if you still have a rent or mortgage, how much money you will need when you retire. And I can help you with that as well. For those that, and it's free. Everything I'm telling you is free. I can help you with all that. It's free to get your VIN number.
That's why I said 20 million.
I want you guys to, just go ahead, the things that I spoke about today as ladies, guys. Let's think of ourselves first. Because without you, there's no family, there's no house. Because remember, we make that house a home. Okay, it could be a house, a beautiful house, but if one of us beautiful ladies are not in it, it's not a home. So let's think about us first. So I'll go ahead and give it to Taisha. You know I'm bad with names. And we still have time when they get the video. We'll go ahead and play it. Okay? Thank you, ladies.
Alright, ladies, so just take about 5 minutes, get yourself something to drink, just stretch. If you have to use the bathroom, use the bathroom. We're just gonna take a quick little break and then we'll announce the next speaker. So get up, be free to move around.
I know, I didn't
Do you